Do you hate cleaning your cabinets? I'm talking about dust collecting everywhere. I'm talking about, are you afraid of cleaning it in the wrong way to possibly ruin your cabinets? Because yes, that's a thing. We're going to be talking about that in this video. I'm Bob Harper with Texas Cabinet Solutions, and let's just jump right into it. All right, so cleaning your cabinets, that's one of the major reasons that I see people want to change their cabinets actually, is because they're too difficult to clean. And there's a few reasons that could be. One of the main ones is because the cabinets that were built kind of throughout a lot of the 90s, early 2000s especially, we see they don't go all the way to the ceiling. And so you'll have cabinets, sometimes they'll have crown molding on top, typically they do, but it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. So people would put things up there like plants or decorative items up there on top of the cabinet, and it looked nice until it gets really dusty. And so people say, man, I hate trying to clean the tops of my cabinets. I never do it. And the truth of the matter is, pretty much no one cleans up there, almost ever. So it can get looking a little bit dusty. And so that's one of the main reasons people want to go to the ceiling with their cabinets, which is the number one tip. It's not a cheap tip, but it definitely is very convenient if you're able to go all the way to the ceiling with your cabinets, because you don't have to dust on top of your cabinets anymore. And you can put glass door cabinets on top if you want to have some decorative items that people can still see. And so you can still have that element without collecting all the dust on top of all of your decorations. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is, if you're struggling with really dusty doors and drawer fronts, it's probably because you have a very decorative and detailed profile on your cabinet doors and drawer fronts. And so this is definitely something that, is frustrating when you have these beautiful cabinet doors that have all these intricate details and they look really nice and fancy, but they're a pain to keep clean. They catch all that dust and it can become very frustrating. So the solution is, if you're changing your cabinets, that's an easy one. You want to go for a more simple profile if that's a big priority. And luckily right now, the simpler profiles, the more modern looking profiles are more popular, so they're in. And I think they're going to stick around for quite some time. So that has a good longevity. So like a shaker style door would be a nice kind of marriage between, if you like a more traditional style but you still want it to be kept clean. That's sort of that marriage between traditional and modern that looks really nice and is the most popular door style, at least in the DFW area right now. You could also go with what's called a skinny shaker or a thin shaker, and that is basically the same thing, but it just has a much thinner frame around the edge of the door. And then you also could go for a European style, which is a modern style, and it's just a slab door and drawer front. And so it's just flat. There's no details on it. You can get this in multiple different styles. Most commonly, I see this with some type of laminate finish, so it'll have a laminate on top of it. That keeps it very easy to clean, very durable. So it's not a bad option. It doesn't seem to be very popular right now in the DFW area, but I think it is picking up a little bit of steam out here. It's definitely very popular in the big cities on the East Coast, as well as probably on the West Coast to some degree. But here in Dallas, we still kind of like that traditional feel for the most part. So there's some options for you as far as helping you keep your doors helping you keep your doors and your cabinets cleaner and making them easier to maintain and clean. All right, hopefully that helps. Have a great day.